Babasa po tayo ng Biblia, ang salita ng Diyos po ulit. Medyo naging semi-emotional ako doon sa KJV. Medyo nadama ko yung binasa natin. So, babasa po tayo ngayon, Marcos naman. Kanina, unang Korinto Kapitulo 15. Ngayon naman, Marcos, Kapitulo 9, versikulo 9 hanggang 13. So, basahin ko na po. Kasi maraming activity today, sa Saturday, 8 a.m. dapat nasa CCF na ako. To It's all about career yung topic and discussion later, lalo doon sa mga graduating student. So, yun yung topic. So, 8 to 12 yun. So, baka mag-facilitate ako ng small group o breakout group after the sessions. So, I need to be there and I'm gonna read faster today. So, simulan ko na po. So, verse 9, Mark chapter 9, verse 9 to 13, Marcos Kapitulo 9, versikulo 9 hanggang 13. Verse 9, habang pababa na sila sa bundok, pinagbilinan sila ni Jesus. So, si Cephas, Simon Peter, si James, tsaka si John, after yung transfiguration. So, ito na po. Habang pababa na sila sa bundok, pinagbilinan sila ni Jesus na huwag nilang sasabihin kahit kanino, even doon sa mga kasama nilang apostles, kahit kanino, ang nakita nila hanggat ang anak ng tao ay hindi pa muling nabubuhay. So, instruction to, matinding instruction. So, hindi muna nila shinare sa iba pang mga apostles na nakita nila si Elijah, si Elias, tsaka si Moises. Moises. Elijah and Moses. Is it right? Let me just go back. Kung tama yung memory. Si Moses and Elias. Hanggat hindi pa nagre-resurrect. Hanggat hindi pa ako nagre-resurrect, yung nakita nyo ngayon, kung ano yung nakita nyo sa akin, na puting-puti na hindi maipaliwanag ang kaputian, at nakita nyo si Elias at si Moses, sa inyo lang munang tatlo yan, ha? Guys, listen to me, sa inyo lang yan. Pero after ko mag-resurrect, then go ahead, share it. That's why it's included in the gospel. Alright. Verse 10, kaya hindi nila sinabi kahit kanino ang pangyayaring iyon, ngunit pinag-uusapan nila kung ano ang ibig niyang sabihin sa muling pagkabuhay. So, hindi pa nila nagigets ng panahon na to. Pero pinapaliwanag sa kanila ni Lord, hindi lang nila nagigets. Na isasakripisyo ni Lord yung kanyang buhay. Hindi dahil mahina siya, kundi dahil kailangan niyang gawin yun. Dahil mahal niya tayo. Verse 11, nagtanong sila kay Jesus, bakit sinasabi po ng mga tagapagturo ng kautusan na kailangan daw munang dumating si Elias, si Elijah? Di nila na-gets si John the Baptist is the Elijah of their generation. 12 and 13 pinagsama ng ASD, pero sa KJV magkaiwalay ito. 12 and 13, so last two verses na po natin for today, babasahin ko na rin po sila. Sumagot si Jesus sa kanila, sa tatlong apostles. Sumagot siya sa kanila, totoo yan. Kailangan nga dumating muna ni Elias, ni Elijah, upang ihanda ang lahat ng bagay, to pave the way. Ngunit, sasabihin ko sa inyo, kinabutan ako, dumating na si Elias, dumating na si Elijah, at ginawa ng mga tao ang gusto nilang gawin sa kanya, ayon na rin sa isinulat tungkol sa kanya, which is beheading by Herod. Ngunit bakit isinulat din na ang anak ng tao ay daranas ng maraming hirap at itatakwil ng mga tao? Question mark yun. Tutuloy natin po bukas. Cliffhanger po muna. So, nagtanong si Jesus doon. So, papaliwanag niya. Pero pinapaliwanag niya rito, tama kayo, na kailangan munang dumating ni Elias, ni Elijah. Pero sinasabi ko sa inyo, totoo, dumating na siya. At ginawa ng mga tao ang nakasulat na gagawin kay Elijah. Elias. Alright. So, yan po muna ang ating Bible reading for today sa Tagalog. Tingin ko, gets na gets nyo po yun. O kung medyo malabo, Okay lang po. Read niyo lang po ulit. By the way, I want to remind you, the Bible, uh, the entirety of the Bible is consisted by two ideas. Prescriptive, so nagpe-prescribe, meaning this is what you have to do. And descriptive, nagde-describe ng what happened in the past. And the reason for describing what happened in the past is to show us that the heart is deceitful, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, who can know it? Only God knows that our heart is deceitful. And Satan is utilizing this by putting thoughts, intrusive thoughts, inside our thoughts and making us claim it as our own. So please be cautious, be wary, pay close attention, because Satan is cunning and witty and crafty and evil. He's the father of all lies. He's a liar and he's the father of all lies. He's the father of it. And he came here to steal, kill, and destroy. Who? The lost sheep. But the only thing that Satan could destroy is the goat. Now the question is, are you part of the goat, which are going to hell? Or are you part of the lost sheep, which haven't heard the gospel? But God knows that you will be able to hear it because He will keep sending someone for you to hear the gospel. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And I'm hoping and praying that you're part of the lost sheep because you will be able to hear God's voice, word, and you'll be able to understand it. That's our Bible reading sa Tagalog. Basahin nyo na lang po ulit pagka medyo magulo sa inyo. Kaya niyong basahin. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow. Those things that are hard to set apart, to make clear, the word of God can do it. Because the word of God is a discerner of every thought, of all the thoughts and intents of the heart. All right. God bless you guys. Keep safe. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.